I had high hopes for this camera. I really did. All right, guys. So today I wanted to talk about the Insta360 Go 2. I recently got this camera sent out to me by Insta360. They did want me to make a video, but they didn't tell me what to say. All of these thoughts are mine. So I wanted to talk about what I like about the camera, what I don't like about the camera, do a quick unboxing on it first, and then show you some side-by-side footage between the Insta360 Go 2 and the Hero 7 Black that I'm filming this on right now. Originally, my idea was to film everything on this thing. That didn't really work out, and I'll tell you why. All right, so before we get into the unboxing, let's talk about the features of the camera really quick. The camera has a really good flow state stabilization, which in the footage I'll show in a little bit compared to the GoPro looks phenomenal. It is hands-free, so it's got a Bluetooth connection. You can use the charging case as a Bluetooth remote, which is really neat. It's magnetically mounted, so you can actually mount the little camera itself on anything metal, which is a pretty cool feature. You can get some interesting shots on it. The camera itself is waterproof. The case is not. It's got a really neat editing feature, which I'll talk about. It's you're able to edit from 9:16 to 16:9, from wide angle to narrow, linear, whatever. Footage can all be edited through the Insta360 app or on the desktop, which, spoiler, I had some trouble with. They have a really neat hyperlapse mode. It does shoot slow motion. You can preview your footage very similar to the GoPro through the Insta360 app. So that's about it. All right, guys, let's unbox the Insta360 Go 2. Boom, there it is. Look at this guy, it's tiny. It's stuck on here with a magnetic mount. Let's go ahead and pop that off. The rest of this here. All right, got the pendant. This is what it actually sticks to, the magnetic part. Boom. Insta360 Chase Adventure. Got the quick start guide. Looks like the charging cable here. We got the clip mount. Nice. The case for the Insta360. And we seem to have a swivel mount too. Cool. All right. Very clean packaging. Very, very cool. All right, guys. So I'm here at my local trails. I've got both the Insta360 and the GoPro Hero 7 Black going at the same time. I'll be switching audio between the two just to give you an idea of how the mic sounds. Got a guy playing music in his truck back there, so that's good. Get a little background music going. So anyway, I'm gonna take both the cameras up. I'm gonna do the same run down the hill on both of them. So there's going to be 4 total sets of footage. So it's going to be the GoPro with the chest mount, the Insta360 with the chest mount, the GoPro on the chin cam on my full face, and the Insta360 on the chin cam. So both of them are going to be running in 1440p at 30 frames per second. The GoPro has the GoPro Pro Tune on for the colors, and the Insta360 is shooting in Pro Video mode. So they're both going to be out of the box, their selected color range. I figured most people that are going to be using this thing are going to be using the built-in colors anyway. So there's no point in shooting in log and then doing any post-editing, because that doesn't really give you an idea of how the camera itself films. So, yep, gonna get ready, gonna put my pads on, and take you guys up the mountain and get some footage on these guys. All right, guys, so we're at the top of the hill. This is gonna be round 1 with the GoPro on the chest mount. Let's get it. Whee! Oh, it's a little slippery. Oh man, this jump line needs some help. Little nose bonk. All right, down the same line with the Insta Go 2. Try to match the camera angles as best as I could. I haven't ridden this in so long. Ooh. All these freaking plants and stuff. Same nose buckle. Okay, so this is now the GoPro Hero 7 on the chin mount on my full face. Get lined up and give her a rip. Whee! So, big thing on this is that you notice the weight on your head pretty significantly compared to something smaller. Oh. All right, a little nose bonk, slap those bushes, and throw a little whip. Easy peasy. So last but not least, we got the Go 2 on the chin mount. I think I got it in somewhat the same place, not 100% sure. And it is worth saying that my chin mount is a little janky, kind of being held on by zip ties right now, so might be a little less shaky on a legit chin mount. But let's get it and see how it goes. Definitely feels way lighter on my head, which is super noticeable. You really gotta lean into those. Been non-stop moving the past week. Nice. That'll finish it off. We'll get back home and check out the footage. Let's talk about the side-by-side footage between the Insta360 and the GoPro Hero 7 Black. In terms of quality, I can't really tell the difference between the two. This is one of the camera's strengths at 1440p. They both shoot incredibly great video. The stabilization is solid. I prefer to use the chin mount on my helmet, so that helps with the stabilization a bit more, as you can see, compared to the chest mount. The colors look great. The stabilization looks great. So let me know what you guys think. Can you tell a difference between the Go 2 and the Hero 7 Black? Do you think one looks better? Do you think one sounds better? Go ahead and let me know. Personally, I don't see a difference between the two, but that's just me. Moving on to what I like about the Go 2. I think it's a really neat camera. It's really small. It is very lightweight, and when I put it on my chin mount, I can't really tell it's there, which is great, because with the Hero 7 Black, I do feel the weight on the chin mount a little bit, and it does get annoying, especially if I'm leaving the camera on all day. I'm climbing and descending and going through rough terrain. It does tend to bob my head a little bit. No issue with the Insta360 when it comes to that. I think the stabilization is great. Like I said, it's really neat to be able to edit the videos in pro mode and choose between the 9x16 and the 16x9, be able to change the wide angle, go to linear, go to narrow, whatever you want without having to reshoot. So it does give you a lot of flexibility in terms of editing your footage and exporting your footage. But that's where my likes of the camera end. end and the problems begin. So exporting the footage has been a nightmare. I tend to use my desktop for most of my video editing, and I can't get the camera to connect with the desktop. I tried to film this on this actually, and I can't pull the footage off because it's not recognized by my desktop. Running Windows 10, everything's updated, the camera's updated. I've tried restarting, I've tried everything that they've recommended, and it just won't connect for more than a second. And as soon as I try to pull my files off, it disconnects and that's it. So huge headache. It's been very frustrating. And that being said, the app connection is slightly better. If you're trying to download stuff on your phone, it does work better through Bluetooth. I just haven't had any luck with the USB connection. On top of that, the camera overheats quite a lot and quite easily. When you're even shooting, 5-minute videos, I was trying to do it on my desk here, the camera overheated and it just shut down on me, and then I couldn't turn it back on for a little bit. So that's a huge issue. If you're not going to be doing things where the camera has a lot of air going through it, it's going to overheat, and it's not something you want to be thinking about while you're, going down a mountain and trying to get some footage. It would suck to lose your footage to that. I think it would be really frustrating. Also, on top of that, the battery life on this thing is not that great. The camera itself, I think when I shot like a 15-minute video and pretty much half the battery was dead. So, if you think about if you accidentally leave it on, if you want to shoot a longer run or a longer video, the small camera by itself ain't gonna cut it. So what that means is that you'll have to carry the charge case with you, which can be a pain, especially if you're biking, in the backcountry, long distances. You don't want to be carrying something additional to your camera. That is kind of, not the biggest deal because the charge case itself is the size of the GoPro. So it's not a huge deal, but it is annoying to have to take this thing, put it in the charge case to charge every once in a while, and then put it back on your mounts. So overall, I don't know if I would buy this thing. Like I said, Insta360 sent it out, and I think it's a neat little camera, but it's not a GoPro replacement. What I would use this for, or who I would recommend this to, is someone that's looking to create social media content, being able to switch from 16:9 to 9:16 for Reels, for Instagram, for YouTube, Shorts, whatever. I think that's pretty neat. But overall, I don't think this is a GoPro replacement at all. I'm gonna stick with the Hero 7 Black, especially at the $300 mark. It's a neat little camera, but it's not gonna cut it in terms of your only camera. Having this as a backup, maybe, but that's about it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about the camera, feel free to reach out. And if you wanna shoot me a subscription, shoot me a like, whatever, I would really appreciate that. It doesn't really cost you anything, and it does help me out quite a bit. So thank you guys so much, and see you in the next video.